Okay, my loves. So, I'm coming to you today with another video about diets, vegan, vegetarians, pescatarians, whatever you label yourself as. I wanted to make another video because it's been um, probably like 8 months since I made that last video, maybe even a year. The time that I posted it and the time that I made the video, I think was two different times, so I'm not sure. But I had a lot of people who told me that they liked it and they wanted me to keep making videos. So right now I am 3 months pregnant and things have, I'm pretty much the same, but I just want to kind of elaborate more on the diets and stuff like that. Because a lot of people ask me, they're like, oh, what do you eat? And what's the best thing to eat for this? And I just want to really emphasize the fact that there is literally a reason, a rhyme and a reason to different diets. You know, there's a time and a place for everything. So, picking up a vegan diet, you know, if we're going to use these words to describe how we're eating, I understand. But I definitely think it is detrimental to use these labels as a way to lock yourself down or somebody else down. Using these labels, um, to completely define everything about you. I think that it's detrimental to define that one diet is the all or the best. It's kind of the same issue that we have with all of these extremists, these godly people who think that their God is the best God and the only God. You know what I mean? And I feel like, different religions have their purpose and have something that's great about them, but not one is necessarily better than the other. I think, in fact, having an understanding of all of them is probably the greatest knowledge you could get, is just understanding that they all have their place. So the extremist way of thinking, I think, is very detrimental. When you say that being vegan is the best thing, you should never eat meat and you should never eat cheese, it's mucus and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just thinking, and I'm like, there was a time and there was a place for every diet, and sometimes it requires eggs and sometimes it requires, these things. I'm not saying that they're great for you, they're good for you. I'm just saying that, you don't know what a person has going on within them inside. You don't know what their nutritional needs are, what their bodies require. So don't shame somebody because of their diet and because it doesn't match yours or where you think is good. You know, you may be at a certain time in your life where it's time to detox, and being vegan and following a vegan diet is the way to go. You may be at a time when you're trying to build muscle, you know what I mean? And it's just different things. Different things can require a different diet. So just like in the same way that you wouldn't try to push your religion or your God onto some other people if they don't have that same understanding, you don't want to do that with your diet. And trying to you have, I've seen a lot of people that were like being vegan, following a vegan diet, you know, and they did it without having any um, any knowledge, I would say. They didn't do a lot of research. They kind of just heard that it's the way to go and that's what it is. And I think that can be detrimental because you have no idea, you're following the fad rather than listening to your body sometimes, and that can be dangerous. If you start losing massive amount of weight, if your gums start hurting. There was a detox I was doing one time where my gums were literally hurting, my teeth were hurting, and it's just like, no, that can't be good for you. But when it comes to certain diets like vegan diet, you're kind of stripping away at all the bad stuff in your body, which is great, but at a certain point you don't need to strip anymore. You need to add, so again, having more of a detox type of diet may be good for you if you need to detox. After you've detoxed for 2, 3, 5 years, or however long it takes you to where you are starting to feel great, but then you may be feeling great and then all of a sudden now you're having some issues, that means it's time to switch things up again. Don't be afraid or stuck to the label so much that you can't adapt, that you can't progress because you're stuck in a certain mindset. And that's where it becomes detrimental. I think I've explained that a few times in the last 5 minutes in different ways. So I think that you should be able to understand what I'm saying by now. Now, if you're wondering where I'm at currently, I'm pregnant with my first baby. I'm 3 months. And before I got pregnant, I started working out pretty heavy. And I was on a vegan diet and working out, and I didn't have any issues. But it was time, my body told me that it was time to start eating some eggs. I was craving just ways to get protein, and just, you have to be practical and realistic in your life. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different lifestyle. And for me at the time, incorporating eggs back into my diet was the way to go. I ended up incorporating fish and other dairy later on. Right now, where I'm at with it is all 3. So I have all 3 of those things. And before I got pregnant, there was days where I would just follow a vegan diet because that's just what I wanted to do that day. That's what my body felt like it wanted. It felt like it didn't want any dairy or anything like that. So, but now, because I'm pregnant, I am eating eggs and fish, and I'm just really just enjoying all foods, like anything that my body is craving. And I think my baby is super healthier than I am, maybe because I never liked things like melon wasn't my thing. I liked watermelon, but not the other melons. Now I gotta eat a whole bowl of honeydew. I need watermelon daily, at the very least every other day. And I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of fruit. I eat nuts. I eat seaweed because I like ramen, and I put seaweed in my ramen. I stick to wheat, spelt, mullet, basically all the better grains. I don't do white bread. I don't buy white bread. Every once in a while, if I'm out and about and it's there and I want to eat it, I eat it, but it's not something that's not a part of my daily diet. So there's just little things that you can do. I keep myself active, and yeah. So that's basically what it is. But I just wanted to make this quick little video. I don't want it to be too long, just to emphasize the importance of appreciating all the different diets and what they're for and what they do, because they all do different things. And you can think that something is the worst thing in the world. Truly, that mindset, it doesn't matter how holy your diet is, having a sour mindset is not the way to go. And I don't want anybody to shame. Shame is of the lowest vibration. So if you feel the shame because of the choices that you're making or not making, and I mean that, I can give you an example of that, but yeah, if you feel shame because of what you're doing, or maybe what you're not doing, you feel like, oh, I'm not doing this, I didn't eat this today, so and if you just feel shame, like, that vibration is not good for your body. I think it's probably just as detrimental as eating some meat. It's not good for you. Having that mindset is not good. It doesn't matter how great your diet is. If your mindset sucks and your way of thinking is poisonous, that can't be great for you either. So really just keep yourself balanced. Keep a healthy perspective. Keep your heart open. Keep your heart open. If there's something that your body is needing, don't feel shame about giving it that. That's all. So, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. It is Thursday. There's many, many great frequencies and colors going on today. So just enjoy and soak it all up. That's it. All right, bye guys. And let me know if you want to see any other particular videos. I don't know if you guys want to see like the progression of my pregnancy or like what I'm doing. You can let me know. And if you're not interested, that's fine too. All right, guys. Bye.